you just arrived to Australia or planning to come to Australia very soon and are overwhelmed about the first things that you need to do as soon as you come to this country, do not worry, I've got this covered for you. And in this video, I have compiled a list of few things that you need to do as soon as you arrive here, just to make your trip seamless and relaxing. So without wasting much time, let's get started. If you're watching my video for the first time, my name is Varsha and I make such videos on a regular basis. So please show your support by subscribing to this channel and also sharing it with your friends, whoever you think will be benefited by this. So let's get started. First thing to do is to have an Australian phone number. As soon as you arrive in the airport, there's obviously going to be Wi-Fi everywhere, and if you have somebody who's coming to pick you up, your friend or relative, you can obviously, your WhatsApp, your Facebook and everything is going to work. But if you're taking care of your own transport, it is advisable to have an Australian phone number. So some of the biggest operators here are Telstra, Vodafone, Optus, and there's a lot of other companies as well that use these big companies, network, like Lebara uses, I think it uses Vodafone's network. And there's another SIM card called ACCOMMODATION, which uses Optus's network, and there's Boost, which uses Telstra's network. The price difference is a lot when it comes to these operators. My personal preference is to go for Boost because they use Telstra's network and their plans are pretty much, very reliable and not that expensive as well. And after you come back, you obviously have a choice to change your number and pick the best plan, which is the best suited for you. Second thing to do is to buy a transport card. As you're new to this country and Australia has a great public transportation system, you probably would be using public transport more often than usual. So getting a transport card helps you save a lot. So this transport card is pretty much free. In Sydney, we have something called an Opal card. So the card is available for free and then you top up for $10, $20, $40. It depends on how much you're going to travel, what your frequency is going to be. So you just tap on in a station, and once you get down, you again tap off your card and it just gets debited from your bank account. So Opal card is pretty much available everywhere, and you can even get it on the airport. So there's a machine and all that. I can show you a picture of how that thing looks. So it's pretty simple. You can just use your card and you would be able to activate it. Each state has a different transport card. For example, New South Wales has Opal card. I think Victoria has something called a Mikey. I can leave a link about all this in the description box below, just if you want to, use it as a reference. Third thing to do is to please download a transport app. There's a lot of transport apps available here, which will help you navigate throughout the city. There's many apps. I think off the top of my head, I can think of TripView Lite. There's something called TripGo. I've just made a note of it, so I'm going to look here quickly. So there's something called Trip Static. There's Transit. There's Train Maze, Stop Announcer, Speed Advisor. There's actually heaps, but the popular ones is the TripView thing, the TripView app, and also the New South Wales app, which is the Transport NSW app, like 13500. I will give you a link as well in the description box below for all this. This app pretty much helps you plan your travel, so you can see what time the train is coming, the departure, if there's any delays, and pretty much everything, and there's real-time reporting. So all the information will be up to date. Next thing to do is to open your bank account. So most of the students do get this done while they are in their own country. Like even before arriving to Australia, they do, open a bank account with, there are many banks, right? Like Westpac, Commonwealth Bank, St. John's. There's a lot of list of banks. If you just Google it, you'll be able to find it. Or your education consultant, or even your university can guide you to, pick the bank which is the best for you. It's pretty much your personal choice, right? So yeah, so you can actually get your account activated, transfer funds to that account, but you won't be able to access any funds. So as soon as you come to this country, you have to take your passport, your ID documentation and everything, and there will be an email as well which will be sent to you about your account activation. So you just go and do your ID verification and they give you your bank card and everything immediately. So it's a very simple and straightforward process. If you haven't done it overseas, not to worry, you can just walk straight into a bank with your college details, your university details, your passport and everything, and it's just an instant activation process. So bank account is very important. Next thing to do is finding your accommodations. If you do not have friends or relatives, or if you don't know anybody in this country, you can book a hostel, which is way cheaper. There's a lot of good Airbnbs available as well. So Airbnb or a hotel, depending on whatever your budget is, you can book it for a couple of weeks, just for you to settle down and relax into this country first, and then slowly there are a lot of accommodation apps available, websites available, where you can go and look for the accommodation where you want to live for long term. So some of the apps like Gumtree is one. Marketplace is really good as well. There's Flatmates. So depending on your convenient location, which is close to a public transport or close to a university, you can choose a suburb and see what are the best, flat sharing option for you. So that's all about accommodation. And also I have made like a full video about finding the right accommodation. It's a detailed video. If you want to watch it, I will leave a link in the description box below, or just click the I button somewhere here to watch that video. But watch this one first and then go and watch that, because I need some view time. Anyways, just kidding. Next very important thing to do is to apply for your tax file number. So this is the most important thing to do. So as soon as you know your permanent address, even if you're going to stay there for a short term, say for a month and a half, that's fine. As soon as you know what the address you're going to be living at, please apply for a tax file number. I have also uploaded a video on how to apply your tax file number. It's like a detailed step-by-step guide with the screen recording. If you want to watch that, I'll leave in the description box below. Please go and watch it. It's going to be really helpful. Don't go with agents or anything, because applying a TFN number is very easy and straightforward. So don't waste your money and apply it yourself. Tax file number is a very important number which is required for you to work in Australia. Without that, you wouldn't be able to do any job on records or on tax. So it's very important to get that sorted. Side by side, also if possible, you should apply for your ABN as well, which is an Australian business number. So this will help you do a lot of contract basis job. Like if you're somebody who wants to do Uber Eats, DoorDash, drive a Uber or things like that, you would require ABN. So it's better that you apply both of this together. So these days I've heard that it takes about 25 to 30 days for you to get your TFN or even your ABN. So the sooner you apply, the better for you, so that you can start working. Next thing to do is to get some certifications done. Like for example, RSA certificate or even barista certificate. So RSA is responsible serving of alcohol. So if you are somebody who wants to work in a bar or a restaurant, so here for you to serve alcohol, you need to have this license, like a RSA certificate, so that you know how much you're serving and whatever, things like that. So I never got any of these certifications done, but a lot of students do, because it's very easy to find a job in restaurants and bars. And the best part for students who are coming these days is that you can work 40 hours, man. It's such a blessing. Like I've known students who are making like $900 to $1,000 a week, which is amazing. Even a full-time employee on average will make that amount. So yeah, you should make good use of this opportunity and get yourself a good job and work 40 hours. Even the barista course is very popular. So both these courses will cost you anywhere around $80 to $140 or $150, and it's just a one-day course, and you pretty much get your certification within 3 or 4 days. So yeah, this will help you as well. That's all for today's video. If you have further questions, if you are somebody who's coming to Australia, or if somebody who's already here, you're new and you need some help, feel free to get in touch with me. Instagram is the best way to reach out to me. So this is my Instagram. I will leave a link in the description box below for you as well. Send me a message and please leave a comment in some of my pictures saying that you've left me a message, because most of the messages just go to requests and I see them after like 2 or 3 weeks or something. So it just gets lost. So yeah, if you can just comment and let me know you've messaged me, I will go back, read your message and respond to you right away. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any further questions, Instagram or comment, and I'll see you soon. And don't forget subscribing if you're new. Thanks. Bye-bye.